Ladies and gentlemen, we meet again towards Shabbat, which is the Shabbat that should be V'zot HaBracha. But the Parsha V'zot HaBracha doesn't exist, actually, as a Shabbat in itself. We have Shabbat of Sukkot. So what is really happening here? We've been through, let's try and reminisce a bit. What have we been through? We've been through Elul, that have been hearing the shofar, and we've been in fear of God. And then we get to Slichot, when we're even more fearing of God, and we're full of regret, and we're full of tshuva, and then we get to Rosh Hashanah, and even more so, and then we get to the Aseret Mei Teshuvah, and even more so, and then we get to Yom Kippur. We're fasting, and we're in shul all day, and then we get to the peak. What is the peak? Me'ilah. After a full day of fasting, the final piece of davening, where we are full of fear of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what's going to be with us for the next year? Is there a higher level than that? It seems like Me'ilah is the peak of the peak. Is there a higher level? And the Torah tells us, yes, there is a higher level. And what is the higher level? The higher level is to go into a Chag, this is the Chag that it says about it, V'samachta b'chagecha. We like quoting this as if it talks about all the Chagim, but it's not so in the Psukim. V'samachta b'chagecha talks about Sukkot. And what is special about Sukkot? Sukkot is Chag HaAsif. It's when we finished gathering all our products from the field, and we feel rich, and we feel bounty, and we feel that our everything is full. Our house is full of goodies. Our bank accounts are full. This is very interesting because 150 years ago, Karl Marx said that religion is opium for the masses and for the poor. That means as long as you're poor and you're religious, okay, poor people use religion as an opium to feel better. But the question is, can we be religious when we have bounty, when we have our house full of goods, when it's Chag HaAsif, when we feel rich? Can we be then happy, but happy with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, happy with Hashem? And that's a higher madriga than Ne'ilah. Going on into Sukkot, and Sukkot is v'samachta b'chagecha. So how would you be sameach? How should you be sameach on Sukkot? So it says you have to we have to take the lulav and esrog and usmachtem lifnei Hashem. That's one way we have to be happy. And the second one is sitting in the sukkah. And we have to be happy with it. We have to be happy to in our sukkah. To such an extent, we have to be happy in our sukkah. Just think of it. That the halacha is mitzta'ir potum in a sukkah. What's mitzta'ir potum in a sukkah mean? If you are uncomfortable, if you're suffering in your sukkah, go home. Go home. Don't do the mitzvah. It's preferable that you'll be sameach, you'll be happy at home, than to be unhappy in the sukkah. What's going on here? We don't find that in any other halacha. It's not if it's difficult, so you do it in a difficult. When you do it, even if it's difficult, you get more schar, you get more reward for it. Just imagine that kashrus would be difficult, so we wouldn't do it. Shabbos is difficult, we do. Tefillin is difficult, so we don't do it. That doesn't work. Difficult, so we make a bigger effort. But here you sit in the sukkah and you're cold, or it's smelly, or different other reasons you feel uncomfortable. Leave it, go home. What does that mean really? It means that your happiness on sukkahs is more important than the sukkah itself. That's what this halacha means, which is an amazing thing. So we have to be happy with our arba minim. We have to be happy with the sukkah. Is there still a higher level? And then there is one higher level. The highest level is Simchat Torah. Simchat Torah, why? Because there it says, V'ayita ach sameach. Ach means only. Only, that means when we come to Simchat Torah, we haven't got the sukkah anymore. We haven't got the arba minim anymore. We only have the Torah. And we're so happy with the Torah that is the moment to finish off V'zot HaBracha and to begin Bereshis. Because now we're ready to start the whole Torah again. Now that we've come to the highest possible level of happiness, We are a happy nation. We have a happy religion, and happiness is a higher madrega than all the tshuva and the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. This is the highest possible worship of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that even with bounty and with abundance, and with our Chag HaAsif, that it is that our bank accounts are full, even then we're happy. This is not opium for the masses. This is Simcha Amitit of the heart. And on Simchas Torah, we end the Torah with the last words, Le'enei Kol Yisrael, and we start the Torah with Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim et haaretz. The last letter of Le'enei Kol Yisrael is a lamed, and the first letter of the Torah in Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim et haaretz is a base. And so we stick the lamed to the base, we get the heart. If our heart is full of happiness, that's when we're ready to start the Torah all over again. So wishing you a good Shabbos, wishing you a Chag Sameach, and really Chag Sameach, because this is what it's all about, being Sameach Balev.